Hi creatives, I am Dima and you're welcome to another interesting sewing tutorial. The one of today promises to be really interesting. Yes, I'm excited about it. It's all about cap sleeve that is structured. This is not a regular cap sleeve. It has an extension. Yeah, that is why I said it's an overlay, cap sleeve overlay. So you can see how the cap sleeve encroached to the body is touching the body. So it's not the regular way of just making your cap sleeve. No, there is an extension. So let's get right into the video. To make this, I started with a satin fabric, yes, and a basic sleeve. You can see the extra paper I have there. These I'll be using for all of the drafting and alteration of this cap sleeve. Okay. So what I did now is just to go ahead and measure the biceps. Anything we have at the biceps, we are going to add 3 inches to it. Yes, 1.5 inches on fold, but when you open it up, 3 inches. Okay, so you can see what this cap line is where I am touching right now. I'm going to take a measurement there that we are going to be using for this. So what I did here is just to keep my tape. Okay, after ensuring what the biceps is where I'm measuring now, the fastest part of the arm. Okay, if you don't know how to make a basic sleeve, just check the link in the description and you will see the link to a tutorial that will show you everything you need to know about a basic sleeve. What I measured now is 5 inches, and I'm going to just draw a horizontal line like that. So this upper part is what is going to form the cap sleeve that we are about making in this sewing tutorial. So having done that, I am just going to trace that out here. But the first thing I'm going to do is to give 1.5 inches from that fold. Please take 1.5 inches. In fact, take 2 inches. 2 inches, because after making this pattern, I just saw that the sleeve is closer to the arm of the dress form than the way I wanted it. Yes, so if you want it to be really away from the arm, yes, make it 2 inches or even 2.5 inches. Yes, add this to the fold before placing the basic sleeve, just the way you can see me do. Okay, what I just did is to trace the upper part of this arm, which is where is useful for this pattern drafting. Okay, so just add 2 inches to that fold before placing the basic pattern and then tracing out this. Yeah, but if you want it to be closer to the dress form, yeah, you can even take 1 inch or even less. But if you want it to be exactly as the picture, just take 2 inches from the fold and place. So what I'm doing right now is just to draw slash lines. Okay, so I just had to draw 4 slash lines. 3 is as well perfectly okay. So I drew 4 slash lines and I'm cutting it open. Watch closely to see what I am doing. I'll put you through everything I did, including the structuring of this beautiful cap sleeve to get exactly what we got. So right now I'm just spreading it on this paper, on this fresh paper, pattern paper that I brought out. So what I'm measuring here is 3/4 inch. I'm going to measure 3/4 inch all over the spread and spread it all over 3/4, 3/4, 3/4 for all of that spread. So when I spread, I pin, I spread, I pin, I spread, I pin. Okay, so that is the right thing to do. Now is this last one that I made 1/2 inch, so I had to pin it down just like this. Watch closely to see what I'm doing now. Now the next thing I did was to, create the extension. Yeah, I told you that this is not going to be on the body. It's going to lay on the body of the dress, just as you can see in the pinned picture. So watch how I am curving this. Ensure that you curve yours like this. Pay close attention to where I started that drawing from. You see how I'm connecting it to this. Pay very close attention. Yes, if your spread cut to that last slash line, you have to connect it like that. Okay, so you can see how I drew that. Now I extended the cap by 2 inches and I am connecting it to the rest of the cap. Now if your spread got to that third slash line, you have to end it as I ended it at first. But if it got to the fourth one, then extend it to the fourth one. So this is the cap height of 2 inches that I added to the original cap height. Note that if you want your cap to be higher than you saw it in this video, you can actually add like 2.5 or even 3 inches to the cap height. Yes, if you want it to be well raised, you can do that. Okay, but I'm just fine with it like this because that is what gave us exactly what we wanted. But if you want your own to be puffier, go ahead and add 2.5 or even 3 inches to the cap height. What I used here is 2¼ inches. Yeah, so after doing that, I traced it out and cut it out. I just had to fold the satin fabric 2 times so that I'll cut 2 patterns at the same time. So that is what I did. I'll just go ahead and use 1/2 inch and cut out this pattern. So if you feel the cap height you used is small at this stage, you can actually add it now on fabric while cutting, if that makes sense. Assuming you use 2 inches while cutting on paper, you can actually add extra 1/2 or 1 on the cap while doing this, okay, while cutting on fabric. Okay, so after doing that, this is what it looks like. I'll just go ahead and notch that middle part, and of course notch all the slash points. Okay, I had to notch everywhere that I spread, all the spreading, I had to notch it like this because it will be useful while forming the pleats on the sleeve. So I had to go ahead and remove all of those pins, and this is what I have. You can see that the sleeve has already formed. Beautiful. You can see how gorgeous it's looking already. I'll go ahead and show you how to structure the sleeve. So I structured the sleeve using hairstay and peplum stay. Yeah, so you can see the sleeve, the 2 patterns, and make sure you self-face this sleeve here, self-facing. So now this is what I used: peplum stay and of course hairstay. That is what I used. Now I am cutting out the peplum stay. This part that I'm going to glue or iron the peplum stay on will serve as the lining. As I said earlier, this sleeve is self-faced. That means it's the same fabric that I used as the fabric that I used as the lining. Okay, the lining and the fabric are the same fabric. That is how to make a cap sleeve. It is always the best. So right now I'm folding the hairstay in place, and I'll go ahead and cut it out. After cutting it out, I will just iron on the hairstay on it. So having cut this out, I'll just use the iron and iron the hairstay to the fabric. Wrong sides facing each other, wrong sides facing each other. The wrong side of the hairstay is the gummy part, the part containing the glue. I'll just place it like this and just use my iron and iron on it. That is all. So after ironing, this is what we have. You can see what it is looking like. So this is the peplum stay part, and this is the hairstay part. You can see how soft the hairstay is, and that forms the fabric. So I have to place it like this. The peplum stay part is down while the hairstay is on top. So I'm going to, position it really nicely and then stitch it. While doing this, it will look as if the 2 of them are not the same, but of course they are the same. They were even cut together. So I'll show you the unique way of stitching this. So I have stitched one side. That is how to do it. You can now position the second side and stitch like this, or stitch this way, or you can use your dressmaking pins and pin it down, then stitch. So this is what we have. This is looking so nice. I'll just go ahead and notch. Please, this process is really important. Is so important. You will notch and then push this towards the peplum stay side, which is the lining part. Okay, the part containing the stiff interfacing. Then you top stitch. When you push it towards that side, you top stitch and then trim every excess after top stitching. So here I have already top stitched. I'm just trimming all of the excess that is there after top stitching. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to position it really nicely and then iron it on. So I'm going to stitch on there and iron it really nicely. So you can see what it looks like after ironing. I'm just going to trim off every excess from the peplum stay part. Yes, because that is the lining side. So all I'm trimming off now is from the lining part, which is interfaced with the peplum stay. Okay, so this is what I have. After all of that, I'll just go ahead and form the pleats right now. After forming the pleats, our cap sleeve is ready, and this is how it is going to be attached on the sleeve. As you can see in the pinned picture, the long sleeve has already been attached. This cap sleeve is on the surface. Yes, is hand tacked on the surface of the cloth, or the top or the dress is tacked to the shoulder. Okay, so this is how you're going to form your pleats really nicely. I'm going to show you everything I did to form this pleat and how I faced it and everything. So here I have formed the pleats. Watch closely to see what I did. At that cap side, you can see how I did as if it's a box pleat. Okay, so that see how the pleats are facing. All of the pleats are facing up. Don't make the pleat to face the same direction, both front and back. So that shoulder, that middle of the cap, the box there helps to ensure that the cap has, that the pleats has this direction of facing up. Okay, if that makes sense. Okay, that boxing on the cap really ensured that each side can take a particular direction, and you can see what it looks like after placing it on the dress form. Isn't this gorgeous? Are you going to try it out? Try it and let me know what your result is. You can see how gorgeous this is looking. So beautiful. Try it and let me know what you think. Do well to comment, like, subscribe, and turn on your notification to be the first to know each time I upload my lovely videos. You will have a new thing always to learn from my videos. Love you all, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.